Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Tuesday, the 5th of February 2019. So yesterday in the pound, breaking the 200 bar moving average. As we said yesterday and discussed the potential downtrend of the lower highs in this market, the market breaking this during yesterday's play. And in the intraday 15 minute, you can see the market coming up to the 200 bar moving average in this time frame also, and failing to hold, prices moving lower. Fairly quiet day again, Brexit news driven, but eventually making its way to the south side there and still below the 200 bar moving average and the DP on the overnight market as well. Fairly narrow range for this market on the overnight too. Again, waiting for news. And speaking of which, this is all we've got today. ISM non-manufacturing PMI from the US at 3 p.m. Frankly, won't make any difference at all, because as I said yesterday, the game is rigged as far as the stock market's concerned, that they want the markets back at the all-time highs, and yesterday they did a pretty good job of moving the market higher. As I said yesterday, there was no economic news to move the market, so they just moved prices higher, as you can see here. However, it is on low volume. Also taking out the 25,154 level, the 76% retracement driven, marked from this high. And then you've only got the all-time high, which is just up here, which we will get back to. I have no doubts about that. That's how these markets work, and will continue to work whilst there is still money being pumped in by the Federal Reserve. And the Federal Reserve Chairman also had a meeting with Trump last week as well. Apparently they had lunch, and that would have been a very interesting one to have attended or been a fly on the wall. No doubts at all. So here we've got the classic move down. We start to move back. We then get a 76% retracement, and the rest, as they say, is history as prices moved higher. Notice here that we come through the 200 bar moving average. We come back, have a look at it, and also Friday's close before getting the 76% retracement, which you'll see from here to here. And there you go. That's the low one is the 76%. Let me just redo that. I always forget that they extend right automatically. There you go. So you can see there, back to 76%. We close back through, and bingo, off we go. And then once we're through the 200 bar moving average, the rest is plain sailing for this market. And prices move higher. They storm up from the low to the high. This is at 9 p.m. of 275 points with no grief whatsoever. And there won't be any grief in this market. I don't see any crash in this market until we at least get back to the all-time highs. There's nothing to stop it at the moment. It's the only thing that is left outside of the global slowdown that is taking place at the moment that will keep people's optimism that the economy is doing fine. If their portfolios are increasing in value, their pensions are increasing in value, then they're going to remain optimistic, even though the debt is continuing to grow. We saw a 16% rise in bankruptcies in the UK last year. Australia house prices are falling dramatically and heading to negative equity for the first time in 20 years. So it's happening, it's just not being reported, and yet they continue to pump these markets because it is the bellwether of whether the economy is doing well for the general public. If the stock market falls apart, then you will see a lot of change in the economy, the cycle. I mean, we are due for a recession. This has got to be the longest period of so-called growth, and I use the word growth loosely because it's been a contrived and manufactured one with QE. But let's see. I may be wrong, but I can't see this coming down at all. Not at the moment. It'll continue to move to the upside. And Bitcoin, well, one of the quietest days ever for yesterday, so nothing to report here. Move along at this time. Very, very quiet. Okay, so there's the roundup of events. don't expect too much on the pound, and the Dow, well, they'll keep moving it if they can move it to the upside. Simple as that. Okay, that will do it for this one. If there is anything else to report, I will let you know. But other than that, as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.